What's up, people? In this video, TH101 wants me to do this short video review on coffee, if it breaks your fast, by Thomas Delauer. Does black coffee break a fast? I don't think so, because it doesn't have any food. It's like not food, but maybe, I don't know.
Does it eradicate all the benefits that you would normally get from fasting when you have that single cup of joe? Well, I'm going to break it down in this video. I'm going to give you some food for thought when it comes down to what you're truly trying to get out of your fast. Hey, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. New videos come out every single Tuesday, Friday, and Sunday, 7 a.m. Pacific time. And if you click that little bell, you get notifications when I go live for those videos. Also, make sure you check out coffee.com. The links and sometimes available all videos. All right, let's get on the time. So when we look at coffee, we have to really understand what we're trying to get from both coffee, but also what we're trying to get out of our fast. Okay, we know that coffee can induce some kind of fat burning effects. We also know that fasting can induce all kinds of fat burning effects. But we have to look at when they work together and when they don't. You see, if you are fasting because you're trying to completely abstain from food and beverages altogether, then it's pretty simple. It's pretty cut and dry. No, you shouldn't have coffee. But if you're trying to fast because you're looking for metabolic effects and the autophagy effects, which is where you basically recycle cells and consolidate cells, then actually coffee can be very beneficial for you. I'm going to help you understand in this video. Okay, so when we look at fasting, we have to look at the two key benefits that most of us are probably seeking out. One is fat loss. Okay, fasting boosts fat loss via the production of catecholamines, adrenaline, noradrenaline, epinephrine, stimulating what's called hormone-sensitive lipase. Basically, it turns on fat burning at the cellular and hormonal level. Okay, but additionally, fasting has a huge benefit when it comes down to autophagy. I sound like a broken record because you've probably heard me talk about this in other videos, but autophagy is simply where the body recycles cells. So if we have old cells that are kind of decrepit, not doing a good job anymore, stronger cells are going to go through and they're going to eat those cells and they're going to consolidate and become one stronger cell. So basically, autophagy, when you're in a fuel-deprived state, encourages cells to get stronger by getting rid of the weaker ones. All right, this sounds like a great thing, right? Well, guess what? Coffee has now been shown to boost autophagy, even when you're not fasting. So let's break this down a little bit. Autophagy requires what is called the inhibition of mammalian target of rapamycin, also known as mTOR. Okay, what mTOR is a very anabolic pathway. And I don't want you to freak out when I say that we need to reduce mTOR. It does not mean that you're going to lose.
All right, so I'm going to tell you right now, this is like way above my head. It's like, this is beyond my pay grade, dog. I don't know any of this shit. I've heard of mTOR, but like, I have no idea. I'm just going to tell you right now, like, I shouldn't even make this video because I have no idea what this guy's talking about. Like, coffee boosts autophagy, like mTOR, like, I don't know, bro. Like, and again, this is one of the reasons why I'll say, like, who cares what the fucking scientists say? Just like try it, see if it works. I always drink coffee on my fast, and I don't drink black coffee. I'll put like a little bit of cream or milk or sugar in there, definitely 100%. And I always lose weight during a fast. So like, does it really matter? Like, it's worth it to me to keep my coffee and not be miserable for 2 days, or not be as miserable for 2 days, as opposed to like, you know, being like a fasting purist and like being miserable. So let's just clear that up, because I have no idea what this guy's talking about.
Lose your muscle. Okay, autophagy by definition is not anabolic. Okay, so anabolic means you're building muscle. It means you're growing. It means cells are growing. Literally, by definition, autophagy is the breakdown and the recycling and the consolidation of cells. In no way, shape, or form could that ever be construed as anabolic. So don't freak out. But anyway, I'm going to make some sense of all this. There was a study that was published in the journal Cell Cycle, and it took a look at two different groups. Okay, and these two different groups were given either caffeinated coffee or decaffeinated coffee. And they wanted to measure what would happen to autophagy after the consumption of either decaf or caffeinated coffee. Well, guess what? After 1 to 4 hours of consuming the coffee, decaf or not, there was a massive increase in autophagy. That means the level of autophagosomes had increased, producing more of a cell recycling effect after any kind of coffee. So what they found is that the polyphenols in either decaf or regular initiate the inhibition of mTOR. And this inhibition of mTOR is what allows us to start autophagy. So we turn off the anabolic system temporarily so that the cells can recycle and do their job. So what this tells us is that we get a double whammy effect. We get sort of a perfect storm. We are already getting autophagy benefits from fasting in the first place. But now by adding coffee into the mix, we boost that even more by shutting down the mammalian target of rapamycin. We just enhance our fasting effect. We didn't blunt it like some people will say by having coffee. Again, are you after a physiological, scientific result, or are you fasting for a different purpose? Okay, we do have to look at the big picture here. If you're fasting for religious purposes or for purposes like that, whole different ballgame. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about doing it for the physiological and the mental benefit. Now there's another thing that we have to factor in too, and this comes from a study that was published in the biochemical.
So yeah, it seems pretty clear, right? Is that not clear? Like, autophagy sped up. I guess the one argument you could make against this would be like, if you are somehow at the end of your fast and like you decide to have a cup of coffee pre-workout before you do your like workout, like in the last like 3 hours of your fast, you wouldn't want to have a cup of coffee because it'll like make you less anabolic when you finally eat your meal, I guess. I don't know. I mean, honestly, like, to tell you the truth, like, let's just call it what it is. I guess we could say I'm addicted to coffee. Like, I'm not ready to give up my coffee ever. I need that shit. So like, I'm going to need some pretty strong evidence that's going to show me why coffee is not good for me to stop drinking it even during a fast, especially when, like I said, I've done many fasts before and had coffee during every single one and been totally fine and lost a very satisfactory amount of weight, and also improved my body composition in like a very satisfactory way, to the point where I'm not thinking to myself, what do I need to cut out of this that I might be doing wrong in order to get a better result? Oh, could it be coffee? I wonder. So like, you know, I don't know. But anyway, what's this other study?
And Biophysical Research Communications Journal. And this study took a look at caffeine's effect on autophagy. So we already know that decaf and caffeinated coffee have the same effect on mTOR when it comes down to the polyphenols. But what about the caffeine? So we found that caffeine actually stimulates the upregulation of what is called AMP kinase, so AM protein kinase. Okay, this AMPK gets upregulated, and it's in a calcium-deprived AMPK upregulation that this occurs, and that causes autophagy to stimulate through its own pathway. Okay, that was complex. Basically, all it means is that caffeine stimulates a particular mechanism in the body, an enzymatic activity, that only occurs when you're in a fuel-deprived state otherwise. So the consumption of caffeine triggered autophagy through a different pathway. Okay, in case you're not tracking with me, you know what this means? This means you literally have a trifecta here. Fasting, promoting autophagy in and of itself. Then you have the inhibition of the mammalian target of rapamycin. That's inducing autophagy in and of itself. Then you have the caffeine actually stimulating the upregulation of AMPK. Okay, a whole different pathway to stimulate autophagy. That's 3 different ways that you're stimulating autophagy. So to me, whether you are after the fat loss benefits or the autophagy benefits, black coffee is beneficial in a fasted state. So if you're looking for a clean...
Honestly, okay, basically fine. Coffee's good. I can't stop looking at this guy's biceps. This guy has gigantic biceps. Holy shit, dude. Man, homie is jacked, huh? What am I doing with my life? Why do I not? You know, I'm in Bangkok right now. I could easily go to a doctor and be like, test my testosterone levels. And I'll be like, they're low, aren't they? I need testosterone, don't I? Write me a prescription. Here's 1,000 baht. Anyway, for a clean, wholehearted fast, eliminate black coffee. What the fuck? Was I not paying attention?
Wholehearted fast, then yes, you're going to keep the black coffee out of the equation. And for those of you that were wondering...
God damn it. Fucking... Oh,
So does black coffee break your fast? Does it eradicate all the benefits that you would normally get from fasting when you have that single cup of joe? Mechanism in the body, an enzymatic activity that only black coffee out of the equation. And for those of you that were wondering, the inhibition of mTOR, the whole anabolic switching off kind of thing, I don't want you to freak out at all, because guess what? After you break your fast, mTOR elevates significantly. Okay, so when you break your fast, you're not going to be in an autophagy state anymore. Okay, you're not going to be recycling cells. You broke your fast, you spiked your insulin, you're in your feeding window, it's a whole different world now. But the cool thing is, the induction of food into your body creates this massive increase in the mammalian target of rapamycin. So what that means is that even though you have autophagy occurring and you may not be anabolic during your fasting period, the moment that you eat, mTOR kicks on and you have the ability to put on gobs of muscle in a way that you ordinarily wouldn't be able to. So don't freak out. The inhibition of mTOR is perfectly necessary and perfectly good. And in the long run, it's going to allow you to build more muscle and burn more fat. So again, look at all the videos you want, determine whether coffee is for you. But for me, if I'm intermittent fasting, I'm going to consume black coffee. Doesn't really matter to me. I like the effects. So as always,
damn. Alright, so I guess coffee's good, huh? Black coffee, though? Fuck that. I'm about to drink some black coffee. That shit's nasty. Damn, homie is jacked, huh? Alright, coffee's good. Coffee's bad. I don't fucking know, dog. Like, at the end of the day, as with many other things, if it works for you, do it. And honestly, like, straight up, like, if you're a fat piece of shit who, like, indulges in way too many vices, probably shouldn't have your coffee. But if you're fit and you take care of yourself and you eat right and you, like, do everything right and you want to have some coffee when you fast, go ahead. Like, who cares? You know what I mean? Anyway, got any more videos for me? Let me know. Peace.